Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, hump day, and we got a workout for you. So we're going to ramp that heart rate up nice and high. And we just let a couple of people come online because it is live, and that way everyone has to come in or comes in at different times. As you come in, you want to get yourself set. You want to grab your piece of equipment, and we want to work with our kettlebell and our chair today. So have your kettlebell and chair nearby, and then we'll get going in a couple of seconds with our warm-up. Sorry, I have a screen on here, and I just want to stop distracting myself with, there we go, footage. Cool. All right, so guys, come on in. Give us a shout on the comment section. Let us know where you are in the world, and we'll get going with a full body HIIT session now in a couple of seconds. So, like I was saying, chair, kettlebell, bit of space. That's all you need. I've got my tunes on in the background. Yes, it is early in the morning, but hey, you'll definitely be awake by the end of this session anyway. Cool. All right, just keep an eye on the clock there. Keep an eye on people coming in. Excellent. Okay. All right, guys, so when you're ready, let's get into our warm-up. So we're going to start with some lunges. We're going to go feet hip width. We're going to stride forward, drop the knee to the floor, squeeze the abs, push through the sole of the foot, and come back up tall again. Now, if you are doing this live, it is early in the morning where you are usually, unless you're in the likes of Australia or Singapore. You may have just gotten out of bed. Body's a little bit sluggish. Take your time with the warm-up. We're just bringing everything up to speed, everything up to temperature. That's what the warm-up is for. It's there to mobilize. It's there to bring blood around the body to all the relevant muscles, joints, tendons, and ligaments. So we don't rush through the warm-up. We go nice and slow and just emphasize the range of movement on all the joints. Benita, good morning. Good morning, Benita. How are we? Okay, so from there, we're now going to go into a hamstring walk. So I'm going to reach down, tip my toes, walk my hands all the way into the plank position. I'm going to do a push-up. Use your knees if you need to for the push-up. Walk the hands back in, tip the toes. Do not stand up, and walk them back out again. And go again with the push-up. Again, nice and slow. Stretching out the hamstrings and the lower back when you're in tipping the toes. Working the core and the shoulders when you're walking the hands out. And then you're working the arms and the chest when you're doing your push-up. Utilize the whole palm of the hand for the surface area of tension. Okay, so next time you're in the push-up position, I want you to freeze in the high plank, and then you're going to bring your right foot forward beside your right hand, drop the left knee to the floor, and then rotate that arm, right arm up and around over the front leg, and then back down into the plank position. Lefty comes forward, hip flexor stretch, big arm rotation, and then back down into the plank position again, and go other side. My screen says something went wrong. Quick refresh on screen, Jer. If anyone else is having any issues with your screen, just let me know. They're the joys of live sessions, I suppose. Okay. So we're still doing our hip flexor with our rotation. Keep it going. I'm getting a little error on my screen. Oh, it's a different site. Okay. Okay, so we're now going to go into Russian baby makers. So we're going to go back up into a standing position, feet shoulder width, toes turned out. Drop through the hips, push the knees out with the elbows. Hook fingers under toes. Raise hips nice and high. And then sit hips down nice and low. Roisin, good morning. So we're 3 seconds at the top, and then we're 3 seconds at the bottom. And at the bottom, you're pushing those knees out with the elbows. 3 high, 3 low. Working between the two. So we're going to be working today 25 seconds worth of work, 5 seconds worth of rest. Each exercise, we're going to do doubles. So we're going to be doing the first exercise, 25 on, 5 off, 25 on, 5 off. Then we move to another one, and then we're going to go back to that. So we're going to be working, everything's twos, comes in pairs. So if you just come in, you've got your kettlebell, you've got your chair or kettlebell equivalent, chair equivalent, and we're going to get going with thrusters. So that's a full squat, and it goes into an overhead press. Chair, hopefully you got yourself sorted with your issue. Okay, guys, grab your kettlebell. In 10 seconds, we're going into thrusters. We're going for 25 seconds worth of thrusters. You can go one hand or two. I'm choosing to go 1, 3, 2, feet shoulder width, 1. Let's go. Drop into your squat. Power that bell skyward. So we're using that squat to power the bell up to the sky. We're not doing a squat, then a press. It's a squat that leads directly into a press. 10 more seconds. Then we get a 5-second breather. And then we're going to go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. I'm going to change sides to my left, but again, you can use 2 hands. Ready to go again. And let's drop. So the 5-second window is all we're getting today. Don't shave seconds off the working set, and don't add seconds to the resting set. Try and stay rigid, 25 and 25. We're going to stay with the bell next because we're going to go into swings. Again, you can go one hand or two, and rest. Kettlebell swings coming up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I heard a good description the other day when I was doing my kettlebell swings. And it was play chicken with your hips. I think it was a crowd called Whiteboard Daily. Play chicken with the hips. So that means as the bell's coming down, you only unlock the hips and push them out the back as the bell is just about to reach. And rest. 5 more seconds, we're going again. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, this is our second round on our second exercise in our 2-exercise superset. We're going back to thrusters after this. 2 more rounds. Then thrusters are done for today. 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Bell up onto that chest, thrusters, feet shoulder width. And let's drop. So with the thruster, you're squatting, you're sitting down into the chair, and with the swing, you're hinging. You're reaching back with your hips to the back of the chair. We're keeping that heart rate high by maintaining a short rest period. 3, 2, 1, rest. 5. Last time on thrusters in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Keeping those knees pushed out to the side. Don't let them fall in under the body. Utilize the power from those legs and hips, transferring through the abs, overhead to finish. We got 5 seconds, we're into swings. 3, 2, 1. Rest, and we're going into swings in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on, guys, stay with me on the timing. Set yourself up properly. Hump day. It's one of the first things you're doing today, which means you're setting this day up right. 8 seconds. Then we're going to go 1 more round. 3, and rest. 5 seconds. Don't put that bell down. Takes too long to pick it back up. And let's swing. Okay, next 2 exercises we're going into are toe tap push-ups and squat clean. Squat clean is where the bell starts on the floor, comes up to the chest, and you go into a full squat after it's come off the floor. 6 seconds, we're going toe tap push-ups. Put the bell down in front of you in 3, 2, 1. Bell down in front. Toe tap push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Chest on floor, reach under, touch toe. Back to chest on floor, reach under, touch other toe. Use that whole palm. Don't just rely on the heel of the palm, because you're going to end up with a sore wrist eventually if you do that. Don't forget to use your abs. And when you're reaching under, if you were doing a kneeling press, rest. If you were doing a kneeling press, you take your knees up. Okay, let's go, round 2. So after this round, we're going to go into our squat clean. So a clean is where the bell leaves the floor by a hinge or deadlift. It's propelled to the chest, and then you drop yourself under in a squat position. Come back up, bell goes back to the floor. Rest. Up. Feet either side of the bell. And let's clean up from the floor and squat it. Back to the floor. Clean it. Squat it. So we're now combining a hinge that leads into a squat. Keep the abs tight. Keep the shoulders back. Keep the chest out. And it's all about the legs and hips propelling that bell where you want it to go. And rest. 5 seconds. We're going again. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Keeping those abs tight because they're what transfer the energy from lower into upper. And the upper body is what's steering that bell where we want it to go. 8 seconds. And we're back to the floor for our toe tap push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Bell down on the floor. And let's go. Big reach under. If you're not hitting that toe, that's fine. Go for the knee or the shin. And then again, if you're struggling there still, go up towards the hip. Emphasis on the technique on the push-up. 3, 2, 1, rest. Ready to go again in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This is our last set of toe tappers. That's getting tough now. So you've got to really focus on using the ball of the hand and squeezing those abs. 3, 2, 1. Up. Squat clean. 2 rounds, 25 apiece. And let's go. So after this, we've got our second round of clean to squat, squat clean, or clean to squat. And then it's wood chops and windmills. Staying with the bell. 8 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't go too far. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5 seconds disappears very quickly as you get tired. Heart rate is nice and high now. It's getting tougher to maintain that technique and posture, so you got to slow down slightly and use that extra time to dial it in. Rest. Grab your bell in 2 hands, wood chops, down beside your hip pocket, and you're going to throw it up over your shoulder. Let's go. Keeping the arms as straight as you can. Puts the emphasis on the abs more. Remember, we're using obliques for our wood chops. We're trying to rotate as aggressively as possible and put the focus on the abs and shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Put it on the other hip. Feet hip width. Let's go. Throw that hip around. The more aggressive you are throwing that hip around, the more aggressive the contraction on the abs are going to be, because the abs are the handbrake that stop the body from overthrowing itself and maintaining posture. Windmills are next. You're going to put the bell in the right hand. 2, 1. Bell in the right hand. Feet nice and wide. Left toe turned out. Hand on the inside of the left leg. Turn and look at the bell. Run the hand down the leg. Let's go. So we only run the bell or the hand down the leg as far as we can until that bell maintains control directly above the body. If the bell starts to tip forward, that's enough depth. Come back up. Think of it as a full glass of water on a tray. You don't want to spill it. And rest, change. This is a tough one for most. Left hand above the head, right toe out. Run the right hand down the leg and back up. Keep an eye on that bell and don't freak out if you can't get this full range. It is a slow burner, but we are focusing on keeping the abs tight and the bell directly above the body. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, back to wood chops, 1, back to wood chops, left hip, 2 hands on the bell, feet hip width, throw that hip, let's go. So it's starting up below the hip, and then it's finishing above the shoulder. And we are focusing on the rotational aspect of the stomach muscles to get that bell over that shoulder. Think golf swing, follow through on the back foot. 3, 2, 1, rest. Other hip. 2, 1, outside the hip, up and over the shoulder. The more you can rotate that torso, the more you're going to get out of it for the abs. The straighter the arms, the more focus on the abs. Lower the lever. 5 more seconds, we're back to windmills. And rest. Right hand up, feet wide, left toe facing out, left hand inside the leg, let's go. Run that hand down, keep an eye on the bell, and then come back up, finish tall. Focus on the abs, staying tight, and distributing stability across the torso. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down change, left up, feet wide, right toe out, right hand inside right leg. Let's go. So you know where your leg is because your hand is on it. So you don't need to look at it. Look at the bell. And if you were doing this after the live has taken place, feel free to scrub backwards with the buffer bar and get that technique dialed in if you're new to it. 5 seconds, and then we're going to get our chair and we're going to do lateral step overs and rest. Bell down, chair now in place, stand to one side. Let's go. Up, over one side, leave one foot on the chair at all times, and back. So one foot knocks the other off. Use the back of the chair with your hand to support yourself if you need to. Use the whole sole of your foot on the chair and stay side on. This is designed to ramp the heart rate. 4, 3, it's your last superset. 2, 1, rest. Ready to go again in 3, 2, side on. Let's go. So these are our last 2 exercises. The kettlebell has been removed. We're going to go elevated mountain climbers next. That's where we put 2 hands on the chair. We bring the knee up under the body and try and touch the opposite elbow with it. With speed. 6 seconds, designed to spike that heart rate as we hit the finish line. And rest. 2 hands on chair, high plank position, knee to elbow. Let's go. So why are we doing this? It's to ramp the heart rate. It's to spike it before we hit the cool down. Keep moving. Rotate that torso through the hip. 6 seconds. And rest. Shake it out. We're going again in 3 seconds. Put your hands on the chair. Let's go. Woo! Best way to start a hump day. That's it, 15 seconds. Then we're into 2 sets of step overs, and then we're going to finish on mountain climbers. Oh, quads are burning. And rest. Okay, laterals. Stand side on. Stay with me, guys. Let's go. Woo! Heart rate is definitely up. Breathing is heavy. The breathing is getting into the creepy zone. That's it. Nice work. Stay with me. 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, we're going one more time on this. 3 seconds. Go. So I'm using the back of the chair very lightly with my hand just to reassert my posture and make sure I don't fall off. Because as I get tired, man, those legs are burning. 5 seconds. Keep moving around, come on. And rest. Okay, mountain climbers, 3, 2 hands on. Woo, let's go. Bring it home strong, guys. You're inside the last 60 seconds. Keep moving. Rotate. Tempo. 10 seconds. And rest. Ready to go last time, 3 seconds. Woo, let's go. Stay with me. 25 seconds to the finish line. All the way, you got this. Full range of movement. Be tough on yourself. 12 seconds. 6 seconds. 3. And rest. Wow. That came out of nowhere. Woo. Okay, guys. Take a second. Get your heart rate down. Mine's sky high. And we're going to get into our cool down now in a couple of seconds. Oh, wow. So, while you're cooling down, grab your phone, your tablet, laptop, whatever it is. Give us a quick comment. Say hello. And we're going to go into a passive hang. So feet nice and wide. Stretch on the inside of the thighs. Soften those knees. Stick the butt out the back. Drop the backs of the hands to the floor. And we're just going to hold it here for 25 seconds. We're looking to get the heart rate back down as close to resting as possible, because it would have been spiked with those last 2 exercises. Whew. Okay, we got 10 more seconds. If you got any questions, any comments, any feedback, just throw it up there in the chat section. Okay, so from here, we're now going to turn our toes to the right, drop our left knee onto the floor, 2 hands on top of the knee. Thank you, great way to start the day. However, I got a bit too into the swings and may have broken a lamp. Sure isn't, aren't we lucky it's bright enough outside, Benita? I like that. All I expect is everything, Benita. Holy moly, nice one by Jer. You got back online then, Jer, that's good to see. Okay, so we're gonna switch sides. Drop the right knee to the floor, left foot in front. 2 hands or elbows on the knee in front and just tip that knee forward. I hope the lamp wasn't too expensive, Benita. And it is a good way to start the day. Kind of sets you up with the right focus and the right attitude. Because if you're doing this live, I'd say a lot of you haven't had breakfast yet. And when you're having your breakfast, you're definitely going to be thinking more positively towards what you eat. Portion control, types of food you're eating for breakfast, and so on. And then that in turn leads into lunch. And then you're fresh enough by dinner to get out for a walk or a run or a cycle. Okay, up we get, guys. Big breath in through the nose. Hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you on Saturday morning for our next live. Till then, feel free to tune in on all our social media and get some more workouts in. Have a good one, guys.